Hey, hurry up and find your lighter. Show's about to start. What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of Backyard Prospecting. I just want to thank you all for joining me out here in the shed today, because we got some dirt for you. We're going to be reviewing some pay dirt, because hey, that's what we do out here. And today, I'm bringing you one from Reinke Mining Company. Now, initially, when I went on their site, I thought you had to be like a member and pay $15 a month just to even buy their pay dirt. Turns out you don't. I was able to get some of their pay dirt. We got it here right now. If you do pay that $15 a month, though, what you do wind up getting is access to all of their claims for $15 a month. Obviously, you keep all the gold you find. It looks like they have a good number of claims throughout central eastern California. So if you're down there in Cali, it might be worth checking out. I'll leave a link down below, of course, to the pay dirt, and you can figure out their site from there. But what we wound up buying here today is just a bag of their pay dirt. Gold and opals. Boom, right there. Ships to us, of course, in the old USPS flat rate box. Really appreciate those boxes. Cheap to ship and keeps them safe and insured on the way there. So, can't go wrong. Now, let's pull up the description and get an idea of what we're going to be working with here. Now, so what we've got, little description here, the Yuba River Gold Pay Dirt, gold and opals guaranteed, free shipping, $60. So $60 is what we spent for this dirt, no shipping on top of that. So here we go. The Yuba River is known as one of California's most beautiful and richest rivers. He has taken unsearched pay dirt that they know contains a good amount of gold from their testing. Then they add some nice gold to guarantee that the bags are rich and our customers are happy. Well, I like being guaranteed happiness. Guaranteed at least one picker and 0.5 grams of gold in these premium bags. We also add around 10 grams of fire opal from Oregon. So we're going to be expecting to find at least a half gram of gold in here, maybe more. Now, I'm not sure if the picker and half gram is a half gram and a picker of some weight, or a total of a half gram, and in that half gram, you're going to get a picker. So, I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to crack this stuff open. The rest of the description is blah, 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 blah. It's dirt, it's got gold, it's got opals, and it's from the Yuba River. So, what we got is that box right there. Popping it open, what we have inside, we got a bag of the Reinke pay dirt. Now, the bag itself, well heat sealed. It's not going to pop open in that regard. It's not overstuffed. There is a little bit of air in there, but again, it's shipped in a hard box, so it's not going to get really squished and blow open. It was not double bagged. Always nice to see double bagging, but this is a very, very sturdy bag, and it's not overpacked, so I don't really think it needed it. But again, you know me, I always like having that little bit of extra assurance and insurance. But either way, bag got here, no problems. There we go. Also in the box, I was hoping there'd be a packing slip so I didn't have to go looking up what the hell it was that I bought, because I totally forgot that I even bought this dirt. But none of that, but what we did get in the box, a couple of stickers, a business card from Reinke Gold Mining. Here you can get his information if you want to give him a call and get some dirt. Get yourself some information about their claims and the club. Here, just let me read this off right now. Get you some info right now. Keep all the gold you find. Unlimited access to top gold producing mining claims for only... Well, here the card says $10 a month. On the website, it says $15. So I think the prices have gone up. But here it says $10 a month. Maybe with these cards you get a discount. But I would expect 15 because that's what the site says. Friends and family can join you for free. So that's awesome. You can buy their one membership and maybe bring a friend to help you dig. Bring your kid to teach him, a little bit of what labor's about and seeing the outdoors. Get them away from the computers. That's great. In addition to that, they have monthly group outings on the claims. And they'll teach you how to research and stake your own mining claim. And then, of course, they have free monthly giveaways, including golden mining equipment. So, sounds like a pretty sweet group. I have no, opinion of how good it is. I've never been a part of it. But if you're in the California area, at worst, it gets you access to some claims. At best, it gets you access to a good community of people, like-minded people who want to dig some holes. And then, of course, a little pamphlet giving you more information about the membership. I think the main deal that they do is their memberships. I think that's the big draw for them. The Paydirt's probably just a side thing because they know that people love getting some dirt and playing with some gold. So that's awesome that they do that. I'm sure that goes back into supporting their organization as well. So sounds like a good deal all around. Access to mining claims is a really valuable thing. If they're in your area and you can access them, it makes the whole game that much easier. If anything, it gives you a staging point to go out and explore a little bit. And, again, at worst, it gives you somewhere to dig a hole. So, not bad. Again, if you're in California, it might be worth checking them out. I am not, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to just live vicariously via Paydirt. So, we're going to bust this baby open. Again, it was $60. Feels like about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds or so. I don't think the site really said how heavy it was. But it did give us a guaranteed minimum, and let's see if it winds up panning out. So let's go over to the Shaky View, and we'll be right back. All right. Now, we are back. We got this Reinke Mining Adventures and Services. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It may be Reinke, Reinke. Well, I guess there's no E there, so that wouldn't be right. But either way, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. Reinke is what I'm going to go with. Just because, I'm an ignorant bastard. So, either way, we're going to bust this open and start classifying it out. It feels like there is some bigger rocks in here. Possibly, or just chunks. No, it feels like big rocks. Can't really see. It's a completely sealed bag, so we're just going to have to bust it open and see what we're working with. Bag opens easy enough. And yeah, there's definitely some big chunkies in there. So let's get to it. Let's get our bucket. Get our 1/4 inch classifier. Knock everything down. There we go. Down over there. And let's shake it out and see what the 1/4 inch stuff has for us. Now, right off the bat, my eye goes to this little squiggly thing just because one caught my eye in the last review. This is a hair. This is not plastic fiberglass, and no worries. Definitely just a hair. But also in here is a ton of agate material, it looks like. Crushed up, maybe quartz. Quartz or some agate that got crushed up. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, really cool. Cool material. No big chunks of gold, unfortunately. Yeah, I think those are slices of agate. Or crushed up, broken agate. Now, with this really jagged material, I kind of wonder, if this is a hard rock mine and that's what they're crushing up. Because this definitely doesn't look like river dirt, because it's not smooth at all. This is crushed material. Either way, not too much of the over 1/4 inch stuff, just a really nice exampling of what the dirt's made out of. That's weird. I guess we have 2 different kinds of dirt in here. Because we have this really jagged material in the plus 1/4 inch, the agate, I think. Oh, opal. It's supposed to be opals. That's right. So they're Oregon opals. Duh. Totally forgot that's what we were even looking at. So yeah, there we go. That's why it's 2 different materials, because this is all opal. Really neat. Now, it's not the kind of opal you think of. When you think of opal, you think all the fiery color. This is different kind of material, but it is opal. It is that same kind of material, sort of. You just don't get that fiery rainbow color to it. But that's what this stuff is. That's what all this over 1/4 inch stuff is. Now we're looking down into what's left, and now we're seeing that Yuba River, that smoother river rock material. So, okay, everything makes sense now. I'm just an idiot. Moving on to the plus 10. Now I'm going to go ahead and zip ahead to the next scene here, just so we don't make everybody fall asleep, and then we'll check this stuff out. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And blam. All right. We're back. We got everything all shaken and sorted out. And here's what we wound up getting. So again, up in the 1/4 inch plus, we got a handful of opal. Little chips. They kind of look... At first I mistook them for agates because I forgot this is an opal bag. And in my head, like, the coloring looks a lot like a broken up agate. But this is actually some opal material here. Really cool to look at. Very interesting look and texture to it. Not a whole lot I can really do with them. Maybe I'll tumble them out or something, or pass them down the line to somebody else. But very cool. So these are the opals that this bag talks about, which is actually great for the 1/4 inch because there's no BS material up here. It's all the opal, the good stuff, and that's cool. I like that. Going down to the plus 10. The amount of material here, very low, just up to that bottom lip underneath the first riffle on the pan. So not a lot of material here. They did mention there's supposed to be a picker, and there it is. There's our picker right there. How about that? Ding! God, I love that sound. Now, oh, there we go, another one. There's another one. Ding! Alright. Now I'm going to run this anyways. There may be smaller big pieces of flakes in here, so I'm going to go ahead and run that as well. Next down, we're looking at the plus 20. Again, just up to that bottom, that lip underneath the first riffle of the pan. Not a whole lot of material here. So that can actually probably be a good thing, because usually you're not going to find much gold at this level or above. Or maybe you will. I don't know. Guess we're going to find out. Next up, we got our coarse sands, the plus 40. Now, there's a little bit more material here than there was in the previous classifications. It is up in that first riffle. Not quite halfway up it, but definitely above that bottom lip. So there's definitely more material here to work with. So there you go. Let's go ahead and hit this one with the magnet. Now, Yuba River stuff, the most that I've worked with, doesn't tend to have a lot of magnetics in it. So I'm not expecting to see a whole lot here. And exactly that. There's just a couple flakes. Very, very little. So this is not going to prove any kind of challenge at the end to have to get that out of the way. Finally, we have our soft sands. And again, this just goes right up to that bottom lip there. So I'm guessing this is probably about a pound of material, is what I'm thinking, based on how much dirt we've actually got. Not a whole lot, but either way. Not a lot of magnetics either, so just what I'm expecting. have expected and have seen a lot of out of the Yuba River stuff. Not a lot of golds or magnetics there. Now, we're going to get this all wet, fire up this sluice, and see what kind of gold is in it. We should be getting at least about a half a gram less, you know, the picker that we just pulled out, or the two pickers. All right, let's go do this. All right, let's fire this sluice up. We got this dirt all wetted up and ready to roll, so let's get it going. Let's get the water flowing. Let's find us some gold. Boom. So we got the plus 10 here first, of course. Always go through the big stuff first, just so you don't knock out any of your little gold. We already found a couple nice pickers in here. So we may be pretty close already to that half gram guarantee. Pretty granite material here. Whatever that white rock is. Alright, that's our plus 10. We're going to go ahead and speed everything along here, just so y'all don't fall asleep. I'm thinking about doing another series similar to that ASMR where it's just all the work. And if you want to sit here through the whole process in real time, you can watch that video. Otherwise, we're going to skip along here and see if we can find some gold. That was that. We are ready to see what we wound up getting. What we got. Jesus, I can't talk today. Let's crack this baby open. Alright. A few pieces in there all the way throughout. Actually, there's not too bad. Not a lot of small flake, but there is definitely some gold in there. We'll get this thing cleaned out and see what we wound up getting. Let's not forget those two pickers. Boom. There's your gold, baby. Let's zoom in on that so you guys can get a good look at it. So a couple nice chunks and then a whole bunch of little chunkies. No flour or super fine flakes, so this is really easy to get this gold out of here. No magnetics. We'll go over more in detail later, but for right now, there's your gold, baby. We'll be right back. All right. We're back. We got the gold all dried up and ready to weigh. Reinke Mining Adventures and Services. We got, I think it was about a pound of pay dirt. They're opals and gold. Now, We definitely found some opal. Lots of opal. And we definitely found some gold. How much? Well, let's find out. Let's flip this baby on. We're zeros across the board and ready to go. Mine are Bob and the ass are hanging by because they're pretty interested to see what we wound up with as well. Let's get the crap out of here. Only want the gold. Gold, gold. No dust, no rocks. All right. So what we wound up getting is 0.777 grams of gold. We're going to lock it in right there. 0.777 grams of gold. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all for a half-gram guarantee plus a picker. And that's exactly what it wound up being. A half-gram plus a picker. So let's put that picker on there. That's almost a quarter-gram by itself. The other picker, that's almost a quarter-gram by itself. The two of these pickers by themselves are just a bit under a half a gram. And then the other gold. That's awesome. What a great bag. All right. We're going to put all this away, hop back over to the next cam, and give you my final words and ROI. All right, welcome back. What can I say? That was some pretty decent dirt. Reinke Mining. Let's go ahead and talk about the dirt, then we'll get to the gold. The dirt was fairly easy to go through. River gravels, river sands. Not really any magnetics. Only a very small amount of black sands at the end, the heavy stuff. Otherwise, really easy pay dirt to go through. Whether you're sluicing it or panning it, it's going to be a breeze. Now, this dirt did have a whole bunch, like a big handful of opals thrown in there. They're Oregon opals. Not the fiery kind you get from Australia, but still very cool. A couple pieces had some really cool character to them. It's just something unique to the dirt. Now, that aside, let's talk about the gold. Now, there was a couple really nice gold chunk pickers in there. I was really excited to find those in the plus 10 material. Everything else I think probably fell into the plus 40 material, maybe 20. And there was a pretty alright amount of gold that was in there. Not any flower gold, no really fine stuff, nothing I needed to chase. So overall, it was a really easy bag to go through. Let's just go ahead and go to the numbers right here. We paid $60 for that bag of dirt. What we wound up recovering was 0.777 grams of gold. So just a hair over 3/4 of a gram. Now that has a today value of $44.55, which wound up netting us a ROI of 74%. Not too shabby, especially when you consider that shipping was included and they didn't cheap seats the shipping. They actually wound up springing for priority flat rate package, which is like another $9. So if you figure that in, that really makes your ROI just that much better. And that's before you even consider the opals and whatever kind of value those might have. Overall, I had a really good time going through this bag of dirt. Easy enough to go through. Good price, good value. 74 plus ROI. Man, I'll take that all day long. That was a good deal. I would have liked to see a little bit more material in there. It was a little bit light on material, especially considering that he is using the flat rate package. You can go a lot heavier in these, and it's the exact same price for shipping. So, considering that, I would say maybe 2 pounds of dirt might be a little bit more fitting for the cost of the dirt. Kind of stretch out the experience a little bit more. But overall, I got the gold I was expecting and then some. This was a half gram guaranteed plus a picker, and absolutely there was a half gram of gold in there plus a couple of pickers. So that worked out great. So I definitely think you should check this out. Again, if you live in California, I highly recommend maybe looking into their claims and see if it might be worth it for you to sign up as a member. And then you can go visit their claims and get that gold that way. But otherwise, you can definitely check them out online. They have their online store. Pick yourself up some dirt. Of course, I'll leave that link down below. And there you go. So if you had a good time here today and you want to check out some Paydirt with me again, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And hit the notification bell too, just to make sure you get those notifications of when we drop our new content or when we're going live. We go live Monday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, BSing in the shed, and then every Sunday morning, we're dropping another Paydirt review. So make sure to hit those buttons so that you don't miss any of those notifications and all that stuff. Otherwise, I just want to thank you for stopping by the shed here, hanging out with me here today, checking out this dirt. This is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace!